We got a long one today. It's going to be good. Let's get after it.
And it's on. What the hell? Is that your horse? Do you like playing with the horse? I feel like this is like a child's spirit.
That just sounds like audio placed over video footage to me. I doubt that he was actually hearing that stuff while he was filming.
Tá no cantinho, ó. Daí, ó. Tá vendo?
Jesus da Glória é uma pessoa com manto.
Não, ele tá muito alto.
Olha aí,
Tá
flutuando, tá flutuando agora, tá flutuando.
Tá na mesma altura que ele vai ser na mão. Tá naquela TV lá.
Ele não tem pé não, ó.
No clue. At first I thought that was some sort of a string and there was a curtain on it that was slowly sliding across, but then it floated away from what looked like the string hanging, so no clue. It was a good video.
Where'd you go? I can't see anything. Don't make me go back there. Come on. Come here. I can't. What?
Sounds like she just lost her dog to some coyotes. That's too easy to fake. He didn't even show if there was anyone else in the room with him. Though the room didn't appear to be very large, he definitely could have had somebody standing behind him that knocked that over and then jumped back behind him whenever the camera panned.
Watch until the end.
Threw a coat on the floor. Shit. Did you see that?
They kind of got me. I knew as we were watching that it was too well filmed. I knew this was some sort of ARG or something like that. So I was expecting a jump scare, but they still got me a little bit, I'm not going to lie.
Real
It's
or fake?
9 p.m. on a Saturday. This is my life. So I'm walking through the main stage. Here, I'll flip it. Okay. Ghost light is on. No one in here. Hello? Okay.
I think we've seen some of this guy's videos before, but that could easily be explained by a prop, a mannequin, which we know they're going to have in a theater, with a wig on it, just standing up in the balcony. It's not moving or anything, so, or it could be a buddy with a wig on. Too easy to fake.
right down here. If it went across that way, or who. I'm just gonna put the camera down right here on this pole.
Filming this thing with an Etch-a-Sketch.
Dude, what the is that? Dude, look through the night vision. Look on the screen. See, what is that? Hello? Hey, who is that? This tripped me out, dude. You know what? This dude, come on, let's go. Work it! Dude, look through the night vision. Look on the screen. See, what is that? Hello? Hey, who is that? This tripped me out, dude.
If you picture 300 or 400 more people acting just like that lady, running back and forth, screaming with their phones up, oh! It looks to me like she might just be the first person to show up at one of those liberal rallies.
Real or fake?
Твою мать. Фак. Что это за херня?
It would be pretty easy to mount that thing on a stick and then have it just wiggle it back and forth and just mask the stick out later on with a clean plate of the board underneath it. So the only thing that makes me think it might not be that's going on is just the poor quality of the video footage would make it a little bit more difficult to mask. But I will say this, it looks like they're trying to summon an evil entity. They probably don't want to be doing that.
Susan? Tom? Spirits, are you here? Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was so cool.
That was so reaching. I don't believe in orbs. In fact, I have a buddy who I will not name. Hope he doesn't watch this, but he believes in them. He had a daughter who passed away years ago, and they actually have a painting in their living room of them with the orb from Thanksgiving, where they took a photo, him and his wife together, and there happened to be an orb in it. It's just a fleck of dust that got hit by the flash on the camera. But they were so convinced that it was their daughter coming to see them that they had it put into a painting and hung it over the fireplace. And it looks like someone just erased a part of the painting. That's what it looks like. But in his case, I can understand you reaching for straws out of grief. You don't need to make stuff up. You can still believe without having to make things up.
Real or fake?
That I'm going to go with somebody masking themselves out, because you can, if you look closely between the pinball machine and the pool table, you can almost see a glare or a reflection on the camera lens moving back and forth, where something was moving right there, and then they've masked it out, and it's left a small reflection on the lens from that light coming off of the pinball machine.
Oh, sure. Bakın. Şekli değiştirmiş. Görüyor musunuz? Allahümme salli ala seyyidina. Saçlara sakala bakın. Papaz mısın sen? Papaz? Allahümme salli ala seyyidina. Şekil mi değiştiriyorsun? Başka biri daha var mı burada? Ya Allah. Ya Allah. Allah'ım sen.
That just looked like an old man with long white hair, a really cool looking beard, and sunglasses on. At first, it looked like a monkey hunched down until it started doing the weird noises and he zoomed in and you could tell it's just some guy making creepy sounds with his voice.
Real or fake? While home alone, Caitlin hears and knows.
Oh my god.
This one's gonna be fake. That's got to be for an ARG or something. It's just filmed too well. The sound effects of the footsteps coming up the stairs are just too well done. It literally, I mean, I've got headphones on. I can hear it gets louder with each footstep, which wouldn't be that significantly discernible in an actual audio recording of that happening in real life because it would be more faint. It's behind a closed door.
Real or fake?
Come here. Okay, I'm not doing this.
That could be creepy, or the guy could have just yelled his own "come here" or whatever he said. Yeah, I don't know. I could go film that right now. I could walk into my bathroom and slam my hand against the cabinet door several times to make some loud noise while filming in a different direction, and then yell my own name and hurry up and run out of there.
Real or fake?
buy that one for a second. The acting was terrible. I think that's why they had to cut the audio out and put music over it, is because the acting was so bad. Even with the audio in, it was just too unbelievable. They're just pulling on everything with strings and acting horribly. Another example of masking. and this one, they're just using 2 clips and using opacity levels, bringing it in and out so that you can see one and then not see it. That's why the girl fades in and out in that classic opaque appearance, because they're just using the opacity. They're not even doing anything special particularly to make that trick.
R.
E. Here. Oh my god. Goodbye. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
I'm freaked out now. Oh no. Hold on.
Was that upstairs? Oh my god.
It was just some loud noises, and it sounded like something was coming down the stairs, but they were pointing the camera at the stairs at the time, and you couldn't see anything, so I'm going to assume they added those sound effects in. But it was a pretty good video. Acting was good.
¿Te lo tienes, güey? Sí, güey. No, bote. El bote también lo está moviendo, güey. Está moviendo el bote y la carriola, güey, abajo, mira. ¡Ay, señor! ¡Ay, güey! Está molesto, güey.
Real or fake?
Short of them having some sort of a remote control contraption on that, which it looked like there was something under there moving around. Y'all tell me in the comments how y'all think they were pulling that one off.
Oh my god, dude, I've got goosebumps, man. Oh Lord Jesus. God is here. Jesus loves you. And he loves me. He loves his family. Please be nice. Please be nice. Dude, I got goosebumps so bad right now. You like the ball? What the heck? Oh, dude, it's pushing it down. Oh my god. What the hell? Dude, I want to run so bad right now, but I can't. I gotta film this. It's okay, honey. Are you pushing it to me? Dude, this is crazy, man. What? Okay, alright, okay, stop. Oh my.
Not a clue. He might have just caught something doing something it's not supposed to be doing. I don't have an explanation for that one. The only thing I could think of is if they were using some sort of wind pressure or something to move it, but it doesn't look like that based on the way it's moving, because it looks like it's rolling from underside up, which adds an extra layer of believability to it as far as I'm concerned.
Amor. 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 Amor.
What does this dog see?
I believe those were just clever cuts. Clearly none of that stuff's really happening. It looked like it was the same guy that made both of those videos, but I'm going to say that's for some alternate reality game that he's working on or something like that, or just making really good, clever videos to entertain his audience with, but those aren't real.
What's wrong, baby? Come here. Hey, come here. Shh, come here, baby. Hey, come here. What the What is it, love?
Alright, this video reminds me of this video reminds me of a dog that I had whenever I was 10, 11 years old. His name was Bigfoot. And he was the nicest dog in the world, but he would act like this whenever Jehovah's Witnesses would come to the house, and only when Jehovah's Witnesses came to the house. It didn't matter if you were brand new, if you were a stranger, if he had met you a million times. It didn't matter if you were a Jehovah's Witness who had been to the house before. We had some pull up one day, and the silver strip on the side of an Oldsmobile 88, like a Cutlass, he grabbed that thing and ripped it clean off the car. They just booked it, and they just booked it out of there and left the part of their car in our driveway. We never saw him again. This looks like some more from that same guy who keeps missing or losing his kids. Yeah, that's not real. I think there was someone standing in there slamming that door, and then whenever the lights went completely out for about 5 seconds, they jumped out and ran out of scene. hard for me to put any credibility into something like this when all you're seeing is something that's sliding. It could be so easily be done with strings, with masking. It's just too easy to fake. Again, it's just too easy to fake that, so I'm gonna assume that it is fake.
He decides to go check out the noise.
पूरा सामान गिरा हुआ इधर। Yeah.
And you know, that didn't look like security camera that they had set up in the camera. It almost looked like they just had set a regular camera up there. That didn't look like security camera footage. So I'm assuming that this is all faked and that they're doing this to try to get some views on TikTok or YouTube or something.
Door opens on its own. Time to go.
I'm going to assume this is an alternate reality game as well. It looks like it's done by the same guy, this Fourth Wall. Let me know what you think about this collection of videos. I actually had someone else get this compilation together for me because I'm testing out delegating things. This is my first attempt at this, so I'm not sure how good the videos are going to be curated. I'm going to have to take a couple things out if it's something I've reacted to already before, or if it's something I think is just too stupid. But that's why there's a lot of repeats from the same channels and stuff in here. But I'm going to try to leave as much in here as possible. That way I can give you guys a long video, because a lot of people have been asking for one. So we're going to try to make this one a long one. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're enjoying this content, I make a new video just like this one every single day. It'd be awesome if you'd come back and join me tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 6,000. I'm hoping to hit 10 by Christmas.
No, could you tell me off at night?
Watch until the end.
Stop it.
Elliot? What are you doing?
I see them hanging.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
He's crying, and I just keep saying stop it.
Is he crying?
Yeah.
So this is the photo of the hanging man he's seen in the corner of his room. I'm going to ask him to draw it again when I've rubbed it completely off. Elliot, can you draw the hanging man for me like you did before?
No, could you tell me off at night?
What if I don't let him? What if you can sleep in my room? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right, so what's these on his face?
Tears.
What's this?
String.
Oh, okay. Does he cry quite a lot?
Yeah, because he's got his fever up there and he's up there
Okay.
in the corner.
Okay, thank you.
But he annoys me at the night because he keeps saying he always bangs on you just...
Alright, I'm going to assume that kid is actually talking to somebody or seeing something. I know kids can probably see things that we're just closed off to, but I don't think that he got pulled off the bed. It looked like he was sliding off the bed, and it just happened to look that way. But I think he was sliding off the bed because he just remembered, hey, Dad lied to me and said I could sleep in his room tonight. Why am I in here dealing with the hanging man? So, kind of reminds me of The Haunting of Hill House, the little girl who kept seeing the bent neck lady, and it turned out to be her future ghost. Sorry, spoiler. The show's been out for years. You should have seen it by now. I keep telling everybody stay out of the water, and then every day I see a new video where someone's finding a new way to get into some murky water. Alright, number one, why were they filming in a house that looked like it was about to fall down? It was so dilapidated. So, that's one red flag as to whether the footage is real or not. Number two, you can see that there's dust moving about, so there's been movement in the house. So, there's people in there. So, whoever's filming is in the house. Three, you could easily lay under that bed and move it around with your hands and feet, scooting it about, film it, and then just say, look what I caught on security camera footage. And number four, they actually picked the security camera up and panned it around the room instead of just zooming in, which is a total giveaway. It's not a security camera. They pick it up and move it around. So why were they filming? Come on. Nobody buys that. That's another example of using opacity to make things look like they're see-through. Is there nothing else to do in the Middle East but climb around in caves and crawl spaces pretending like you found a ghost? That's pretty creepy. That'd be something I wouldn't want to drive up on in the middle of the night. And even odder how it looked like it not only extinguished itself, but moved really far away really quickly. Interesting. Fun video. This is just a good example, a little compilation of videos from home security cameras like Nest and Ring doorbell cameras and the like. What they do is they reuse the background image to save on memory. So they're not actually constantly filming. They're reusing the background and they're looking. They have like a AI type software in there that's looking for moving objects within the image, and that's whenever it starts to try to blend the reused background with the moving image. And sometimes that moving object ends up getting blended with the reused background, and you end up with a person floating with no legs or what looks like a ghostly figure, and really it's just a person moving or a bug.
Nah, G, the homie sent me a video. This happened in California. Tell me what y'all think of this.
This dude's never lived out in the country before. That dog's on a runner. You put, well, probably not in this situation, but the way I do it out here in the country is you put you a cable tied to one tree and the other end of it tied to another tree. And then that dog's got a wheel on the end of his leash that goes around that cable so he can run back from tree to tree. That way you're not just being cruel and tying your dog up to a tree and leaving it there where it gets tangled up and it can't get around and experience freedom. So you go between two trees, and now it's got a big long area it can run back and forth. A runner. That's just him and his kid playing.
Hola. Hola.
Okay, so that's the police, and he's not going to approach whatever this is that supposedly scared him. I mean, I didn't even see anything that scared me. If I was a cop, I would have walked right up to him and been like, what's going on, buddy? You all right? You hurt? What's happening?
This is what I deal with all the time, like, and I know it's them. I can see them. I can literally see them with my own two eyes. And the energy coming off of them is not good at all.
Looks to me like the gaps in the branches of that tree that's showing the sky behind it is causing this lady's tricks to have eyes on her and make her have some sort of a mental breakdown. She needs to get a camera that picks up better low light so she can see it's just tree limbs up there before she ends up going to the loony bin. That surely does look like some sort of a giant walking out covered in flames, but it also genuinely looks like it could be one of those palm trees right there. As you can see, there's 3 or 4 going down the side of the screen, and this one looks like it could have been another palm tree that caught on fire, and it's kind of severed and is toppling over on fire as the leaves and limbs and everything are swaying, giving the impression of limbs of a person swaying. All except for one of those look like poorly done CGI, and the one that I couldn't tell is just as the camera quality was so piss poor you couldn't make anything out of it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need Eric's help for this. I'm not gonna do this by myself. On its own, and that's the chair that moves on its own. And I'm just tired. There's absolutely nothing here this time.
Same girl with long hair that looks like she's from The Ring.
It's 9:46, and usually everything happens by this time, but nothing's going on. There was way more people than what's usually here today, so I kind of guess maybe that's what it is, and I'm just gonna call it a day. I'll start again tomorrow maybe, and we'll see what. Okay, so I'm the only one here right now, and the door just closed on its own. Okay, so I'm here by myself. All of these green lights means that there's no motion, right? Look in this room.
I'm sorry, I can't believe any of the rest
What
of this
in the world
after he put the
is
girl from the
that?
ring in the beginning of the video. I'll let it play out for
That
you
is
guys if you
insane.
want to watch it.
I have never seen something like this. This is directly beside me in the next room. Did you see that? It disappeared. What in the world?
Yeah, that was fake. Fight me.
What the fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck? Tata! Tata! Tara, sнимай! Моля меня с телефона. Eno ga.
This was obviously captured over Belgrade, Serbia. And it almost looks like the surface of the sun, but shaped like a diamond. The people in the video are astonished at what they're seeing. And when the government was releasing information about UFOs to Congress, they mentioned an object very similar to this. I slowed it down here and tried to stabilize it some, but it looks like it's on fire. Some people think that it's in the process of traveling through a dimension. But what do you think is going on here? Do you think that this is a UFO? I have watched a lot of UFO footage too, and I've never seen anything like this.
All right, we have a new metric to gauge these UFO videos off of for realism. If a kid is standing next to his father yelling, "What the fuck?" and not getting hit, then, all right, they might really be seeing something. Yeah, that looks like an unidentified flying object to me.
Look, it's Lucas. Who wants to visit Lucas? Lucas is here.
I would imagine if you thought that every little noise that your dog looked at was a spirit, life would be a lot more interesting. Because you couldn't sit around and be bored. You'd be surrounded by spirits all the time. I think this guy's reading something and making something out of nothing. Clearly a fake.
together now. Hold it together. There you are. I want you to come slow. Relax. See? I can't keep you on. Easy, bro. There you are. Take it easy. Gonna lose you just like that.
Again, how much better life must be if you think that dust floating around your apartment are spirits trying to talk to you. It just looks to me like that guy needs to dust a little bit more. Keep his apartment more clean.
Until the end.
There it goes. Yeah.
What is this first?
Where's the ghost? Right there. Where? Where is it? She's staring at her.
Alright, for one thing, those little ankle biters will bark and growl at anything and everything, even if there's nothing there, so they wouldn't alert you to anything spiritual or paranormal. Secondly, if you watch whenever they slow the clip down and start circling that one specific spot in the screen where it's supposed to be this shadow that's supposedly reaching out trying to grab the dog, it's the corner of that piece of paper that's on the floor. When the dog runs over it, the corner of the paper rolls up and it creates and casts a shadow on the floor that looks like something's reaching out for the dog. And then by the time the camera pans back to the right, the paper's laid flat on the floor again. That's all it is.
في حد هنا؟ أوه. اللي يسمعون العلم. بسم الله، المكان تغير يا جماعة. أنا جيت أول ما كان بالطريقة هذه. شكلها الآن تغير. أخبر ما كان كذا أبد. في أحد؟ بسم الله. جعل جسمي واقف يا جماعة. سمعوا صوت الكلب؟ صوت الكلب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله. أعوذ بالله من شر أعوذ بالله. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هذا كلب ايش قاعد يشوف من اول هنا؟
Man, we waded through all that for two nondescript shadows and someone throwing a plastic bowl down a set of stairs. This is why I've been diving into the conspiracy stuff a lot more lately. I just find it a lot more interesting. You're not waiting around for something to happen. You're actually learning things. Whether they be true or false, you're learning other people's perspective on things. what was that, someone running, and then they just threw the Jurassic Park T-Rex sound effect over the top of it.
Talk to me. Hi. Okay, you wanted me to take a picture, so I'm taking a picture. What do you want? Is that all you had to say? Oh, you don't got anything interesting to say?
I think, yeah.
You think, yeah, what?
I want to take a picture.
Okay, I'm taking a picture right now. Talk to me. Hi. Talk to me. Hi.
Man, that could have been anyone off screen. It was probably one of his other kids making funny noises. I've got a 16-year-old that will not quit making that sound. Man, I've seen chairs that do that on their own. The one that I'm using right now will randomly lower itself. And it doesn't matter if you're sitting in it or not. It'll just suddenly decide that it wants to be at the lowest possible height setting. It's another good example of the security camera thing that I was talking about with the Nest cameras and stuff. And here's another good example. She'll just fade away. But you can tell there's clearly someone there walking. But now it deems the background as more important than the moving subject of the video. We've had that little clip right there on the channel before. I think that's water on the lens. The others, though, I think are those camera glitches. That's a beautiful example of it right there. You could hear the guy talk and you could tell that he's really there. And then he just disappears because it fades into the background. And there's one on the inside doing the same thing. Well, that's the end of this video, guys. I tried to put a longer one out today because I've had a few people request it. I hope that you enjoy the content. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already a member here. And I will see you guys in the next one. See you tomorrow.